Hello and welcome back to Virtuous HR. My name is Deanna, your HR consultant for small business, startups, and entrepreneurs. And I just want to say congratulations. You are ready to hire your first employee. And I am here to help guide you through all the steps needed to do that. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get started. The first, and I mean the first step that you need to do, if you haven't done this already, is get your employer identification number, your EIN. Now, it is free on the IRS website. So if you come across a site saying they'll only charge you $100, $10, or even $5 to do it, don't fall for it. It is a scam. It is absolutely free. You just go to irs.gov and type in EIN, and then you'll see the link where you just apply for your EIN. It is that simple. It is free. It takes less than 5 minutes. Now, the reason you need to apply for EIN is for tax purposes. What that means is the taxes you'll be taking out of your employees' checks and as well as the taxes you're going to be paying. But we'll go over that a little bit later. The second step is to register with your local Secretary of State. So whatever state that you're in, I'm in Georgia, so it'll be the Georgia Secretary of State, North Carolina Secretary of State, California Secretary of State. Whatever it is going to be that state.sos.gov more than likely. And you just go in and you're going to register a new business. The reason you need to register for this is, one, if you want a bank account, then they're going to need this piece of paper that you're going to get once it's registered, and of course your EIN number. And the second reason is for the state unemployment compensation taxes that you will have to pay. But again, a little bit more detail later. The third thing is workers' compensation insurance. It is not fun. I mean, when is insurance ever fun? But it is very, very, very important, and it is a necessity, especially when you are a business owner. So yes, you need insurance for your business, but you also need insurance to cover your workers in case they are hurt. Now, you can ask your local insurance agent or broker as the details on exactly what the workers' compensation insurance covers, or how many employees you have to have, or all that jazz that they talk about. But they can give you a little bit more detail on when and how much insurance that you need. Number 4, payroll and withholding taxes. Ew, another boring topic, but a necessity. The first thing about payroll is you have to follow the federal minimum wage law, which is currently, at the time of this recording, $7.25. But if your state requires a more restrictive, and I mean larger amount of minimum wage, then you have to follow that. And it even goes deep as some local laws might require a more compensation for minimum wage. The next thing is, yes, you have to withhold taxes. How much taxes? There are some systems out there that will automatically calculate it for you based on where you live. Such as QuickBooks. They already have a payroll tab for you. But if you could go with other companies as well, you actually outsource a payroll system. There are some other small business owners that do all the payroll for you. So you just have to look around. I suggest asking your local Chamber of Commerce for a recommendation. Now, I have another video talking about this, but when you withhold taxes from someone's paycheck, they are not an independent contractor, also known as a 1099. These are your employees. So there is a difference in how you pay them. Now, to go along with payroll and withholding taxes are W-4s. And that is a federal form that is required to let you as the employer know how much to withhold from their paychecks. So you do not need to turn this into the IRS. This is for you as the employer, as the owner, as the payroll manager. Now, if you outsource your payroll system, then of course that payroll company is going to need those W-4s. Another bit of paperwork that needs to be done is, of course, your I-9. This is, again, another federal form that has to be filled out within 3 days. 3 days. 72 hours of someone being hired. So if they're hired on a Monday, so if someone is hired on a Monday, then Thursday, this form should be filled out by them and yourself because you are the employer. This form verifies that that person is eligible to work in the U.S. Now, when you get this form, get it from the IRS website because you want the most updated form. Yes, these forms are periodically updated. And I believe the last one was October of 2019. So if you get one that says 2017, 2016, you're using the wrong form. Get the one that is the most updated. So when you get all this done, you did the payroll, you did the W-4, you did the I-9, guess what else you have to do? You have to report them as your new hire. Yes, everyone, even if it's just one employee, you have to report it. This reporting agency helps locate parents who owe child support. Another requirement are the required notices. So what that is I'm pretty sure you walked into a job and you seen a poster in the break room that says you're right to work. Yes, you need that poster. There are federal posters and there are state posters, and sometimes they're even a local poster. So check your Department of Labor, your state's Department of Labor website to see which posters that you need to put up in your place of work. So we are on item number 9, which is the IRS Form 940, which has to be filed every single year. This form is for federal unemployment tax. Don't ask me anything else much about this because it is taxes and I don't like taxes like the rest of America. So please consult your tax accountant, financial advisor, someone that deals with money because it ain't me. All I know is deal with your unemployment taxes. So what I can discuss are workplace safety measures. And workplace safety measures are governed by OSHA, which is Occupational Safety and Health Act. Now, you may have heard of OSHA when something has gone wrong in a place, but OSHA are like the HR personnel of working conditions. They're proactive instead of reactive. And so their website has all the tools and information that you need to create a more safe and healthy working environment depending on your type of business. And nearly all of employers, both private and public, have to follow these requirements. So please, please, please visit their website. Of course, the link is in the description below for you, and determine what requirements that you have to follow. So let me know in the comments what's going on in your brain right now. Let me know if this is helpful, if you need more detail on something, and I'll make sure I get back to you. You have your first employee, and now you need an employee handbook. Yes, you need an employee handbook even with one employee. Why? Just watch my video on employee handbooks to find out exactly why. But short version is going to keep you out of the court. After you have onboarded your employee, filled out all the paperwork and everything, now you have to keep a record of it, which is your record maintenance. So you have to put your personnel files in a cabinet, and this personnel file has to be separated on what type of documents it is. What I mean by separated is your personnel file, so their resume, application, and things of that nature cannot be in the same file as their medical records. Other things to consider are benefits, if you're going to offer benefits. That's completely up to you and how you want to do that. Some small business owners do not offer benefits, but offer other things such as having your birthday off or having holidays off or working a flexible schedule where you can work from home. Another thing to consider are pay schedules and pay periods. Are you going to pay them monthly or bi-monthly? Are you going to pay them bi-weekly or weekly? This is something that you have to think about when you're hiring an employee, is how often they are going to get paid. Why does this matter? Because it determines how much taxes is going to be taken out of their checks. And my final bit of other suggestions when hiring your first employees is interviews and screenings. Yes, you have to do screenings, and yes, you have to do interviews. Okay. Screenings are when you get a lot of applicants in. So I say more than 5, you might want to do a phone screen first. And a phone screen is just seeing if they are eligible to work, can they get to work, are they okay with the requirements like lifting and stuff. Get that out the way to narrow it down so you can do interviews. And interviews is where you sit down either on Zoom or face to face and you ask them the more detailed questions. So that's all the time I have for you today. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so that way you can get updates and notifications on when the next video is coming out. Until then, my name is Deanna, your HR consultant. See you next time. More restrictor is more restrictor. Wait. Monday, Tuesday. Okay. And this is governed by OSHA, which is the I can never say OSHA.